Aloha and good afternoon. It's Todd Gruppen from Kaneohe, Hawaii. It is day 72 of the Big Idea Mastermind 90-Day Video Challenge. I had something happen to me today that it blows me away every time it happens. I heard something that I've heard before, and it didn't mean anything. But today, in the context that it was said, meant everything in the world. It was amazing. It was very simple. And it was, generosity is an attitude. And I'm sure you've heard that before. And maybe for you, it caught immediately. I believe that I'm a generous person, but it was because of a different reason. I was brought up to be that way. It was something that was taught to me. And I didn't realize it until today that it was taught to me because it was an attitude that my parents shared. And it was taught to them because it was an attitude that their parents shared. And it's so simple that sometimes it just blows me away. There's things in this world that you can hear that can change your mind and your attitude about one thing and turn it into something completely different. Now, the last few days, I've done videos about emotions, about attitude, about gratitude. But this one, I don't know. As soon as they said it, I pulled out my telephone, and I know that it was in church, and that's not the right thing to do, but I wanted to keep the message in context. And the message in context it had nothing to do with giving money. It was giving of yourself. It was supporting your church family by being a servant to God. One of the other things that it said in it was part of a message from Paul to the church of the Corinth. And that was, you were saved to serve God. And, it's kind of weird because if you look at it in that context, it makes a lot of sense. When you look at it in the context of, well, I was saved to serve somebody else, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Except when you break it down. When you break it down to the sum of its parts, it really is very simple. I am a generous person. I give not only of my time, but I give of my finances. I give support. I give knowledge. I give value. I want you to think about that as this week goes. This has been Todd Gruppen from Kaneohe, Hawaii, saying generosity is an attitude. Share your attitude and your generosity with others. Until tomorrow, aloha and malama pono.